Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak, everybody. Welcome back to another 30 Stories for 30 Nights. Stories of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Tonight's story comes from the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's year of sadness, and it regards the time when he traveled to Taif. After the boycott was lifted, the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam decided to visit another city to spread the message of Islam. He chose to travel to Taif with Zayd radiallahu anhu. Taif was a small city about 60 miles away from Mecca. It housed the idol Lat, and therefore was considered to be an important city and an important place of pilgrimage. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam spent 10 days in Taif and met with many of the chiefs of the city, but none of them were willing to listen to him about Islam. Instead, they mocked him and walked away. Finally, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam met Taif's grand chieftain, Abu Yalail. Not only did Abu Yalail also reject Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he directed the young people of Taif to chase the Prophet Muhammad and Zayd radiallahu anhu out of Taif. These young men pelted Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Zayd with rocks and stones for almost 3 miles. By the time they left the city, both Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and young Zayd were injured and bleeding from where the rocks had hit them. Finally, those boys stopped chasing the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Zayd, and they rested under a tree, feeling disappointed. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam described this day as one of the most difficult that he ever faced. Then suddenly an angel appeared to him and said, "God has sent me to you, that if you commanded, I may bring 2 mountains together of this valley upon these people and destroy them." But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam immediately responded by saying, "No, no." He explained that he had faith that one day there would be people in the city of Taif who would believe in one God. And therefore, despite the cruelty they showed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he chose not to have any harm fall upon them. Instead, he prayed for them. The incident at Taif illustrated the unmatched compassion and mercy of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He specifically said they don't know what they're doing. We have to forgive them because one day they will embrace Islam and believe in one God, inshallah. So it's a very sad and difficult time in the Prophet Muhammad's life, but something that we can learn from. So maybe let's talk about a few questions. Why was Taif important to the Arabs at that time? Do you remember? It's kind of like Mecca, but a little bit of a kind of like a smaller Mecca. What was important about Mecca?
That lots of Muslims are there now.
And before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why did people used to go to Mecca? What's there to visit?
The Kaaba.
Right, so the Kaaba was there, but the Quraysh and other tribes had put idols in it. And Taif was another big city that had a big idol for Lat, which was one of the gods they worshipped. So it was considered to be an important city and an important place to go worship this god. So that was a very important place for Prophet Muhammad to try to spread the message of Islam. What was the message that God sent to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the angel after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting under that tree, bleeding, hurt from those rocks? What did the angel offer to the Prophet Muhammad? Peace and blessings be upon him.
Angel Jibreel told Muhammad that
or an angel.
an angel told Prophet Muhammad that they could destroy those people, or I don't know, those people who hurt him, smash them mountains.
Taif is a valley between mountains, and you could say, I will just fold the mountains together, close them together, and just wipe out this city because of how horribly they treated you, how the whole city treated him. And he said, no, we have to forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. What's the lesson we can learn from this message? From the story? What's the message?
That you don't always, and this is from my opinion again, that you don't always have to like revenge.
Right.
Like you don't always like. For example, let's say Yusuf took my chocolate bar,
Your brother.
And then he ran away, pretending to check the mail so he could just gobble that up. And then I had two choices. Since you and Mommy were praying, I could just go outside and smash him to smithereens. Or leave him outside and tell you guys to deal with him.
So that we could teach him a lesson and that in the future he would be better and know not to do those things. Right, so this is a good message about compassion, about controlling our anger, not just taking revenge, about forgiving people, also having patience and believing and having faith in people that they can get better. And sure enough, the people of Taif eventually did accept Islam. So it's a very good message. It kind of reminds me of yesterday's message about patience. And this is patience with other people, learning that, they're acting out of ignorance. Their anger and they're just acting out of ignorance. But we should be patient with them, forgive them, be merciful towards them, compassionate, and pray that they get through whatever they're getting through. That Allah enlightens them, that Allah guides them, and that they'll see the true way. And that's what the Prophet Muhammad did. Alhamdulillah. So we'll see you again tomorrow night, inshallah. Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.